Warning. It's I spit on your grave.
To me, I can't believe it myself. Suddenly I'm up on top of the world. It should have been somebody else. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free, flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me.
Shouldn't it have been obvious that this would be my 200th episode? Why would I not pick the film chosen by Roger Ebert as being the worst movie of all time? That's right, the worst film ever. Even worse than The Zookeeper, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, Home Alone 3, Cop and a Half, or the Garfield movies. And there's no way he liked those. I Spit on Your Grave was filmed in 1978 under the title of Day of the Woman. And I highly doubt it even takes place in one day. The film had a brief run in the drive-in circuit after being self-distributed by the film's writer and director Mir Zarchi. Then 2 years later, in 1980, it received a wider release from movie producer Jerry Gross. Then people lost their shit. Firstly, the film's title was changed from Day of the Woman to I Spit on Your Grave, but it was also shown under the titles I Hate Your Guts and The Rape and Revenge of Jennifer Hill. Well, that tells you pretty much all you need to know right there. If you went into the movie when it had that title, you lost your right to get offended. Unless it was a situation like Deadly Daphne's Revenge, where the lead character's name wasn't even Daphne. Ireland, banned. Norway, banned. Canada, banned. The US? Well, Siskel and Ebert tried. In the UK, the film was of course labeled as a video nasty, and feminist Julie Bindel even picketed the film, but later changed her mind, calling the movie a feminist film. What? Okay, well, I typically change my opinion of a movie after I see it too. On the flip side of that, the New York Times stated that calling the film pro-woman is like calling cockfighting pro-rooster because one is always left standing at the end. Well, the movie's not about a woman who kills other women, and if you did make a film where a rooster kills its human cockfighter abuser, then it would be pro-rooster. But I'm probably reading way too much into this. Where on earth would I pick that up? I think that we can all agree that the movie is terrible because it is a rape revenge film that dares to have brutal rape revenge in it. Let's get this fucking thing started. I cannot imagine what the first shot of this movie is gonna be like. I am bracing myself. Oh, well, that's not too bad. This movie looks like it's gonna be hilarious. Actually, it's not. Wait, how could this be bad? It's produced by Joseph Zebeda, the producer of Oops, Nothing. Oh, he made nothing else. And I think it's a little misleading that a rape revenge film called I Spit on Your Grave was put out by something called Cinemagic. Actress Camille Keaton plays our lead character Jennifer, who should be watching The Road and not the title card. She's from New York City, but is taking a vacation visiting, wait a minute, I know this. This is just the opening scene from Newhart.
Meow.
Doesn't that music mean you have to drink something? Alright, what do I got here? Oh, what do you know? It's a can of Pepsi Raw from the UK. It's a natural-born cola. Sparkling cola drink with natural plant extracts, also known as Pepsi Natural. Let's give this a shot, shall we? Ah. Tastes like Pepsi butt-fucked green cola. Yeah, it does. Jennifer pulls over to get gas from some rednecks, and I think they need to stick their rooftop back on their fort. I hate you, ants. I hate you, ants. Fuck you, ants.
Feels good to stretch my legs. I've been driving for 3 straight hours.
You came to a nice place.
Nice sound quality. The ADR performers seem to be having a lovely conversation there. Wait until these two discover NASCAR and deep-fried butter. They'll never have to throw knives into the dirt to entertain themselves again. While it's probably not wise to go to a gas station run by a group of rapists, the gas there is only 67 cents. Upon getting to her cabin, Jennifer is very excited because she's never seen a picnic bench before. And, I guess she's gonna fuck said picnic bench? You may think that this is sexy, but she's totally taking a shit right now. Look, the camera backs away to give her privacy. Jennifer is a writer who is away from the city to pen her first novel, though judging by her hair and the way she's dressed, she's also there to meet the Messiah. Yikes, looks like she's just now discovering that Ted Nugent had the cabin right before her. She orders up some groceries and hey, check it out! Her cabin comes equipped with its own Woody Allen.
Where I come from, people weren't that enthusiastic about their place.
Where's that? New York City?
Mm-hmm.
You come from an evil place.
Actually, it wasn't too bad when 42nd Street was there. Now it's all Disney shit. Very evil. Seriously, this tastes like rust and metal.
Did you live here alone?
All along with Mary Selby. Mary's right here.
Oh no, she's writing a sequel to Sybil. And don't get too excited, Matthew. Miley Cyrus wrote Miles to Go in that cabin. Naturally, Matthew seems a little turned on by Jennifer.
You got a boyfriend?
I have many boyfriends.
Could I be your friend?
Sure.
Don't tell him that. Next thing you know, he'll be bringing you dead birds or creepily munching on an apple.
Anytime you need me, you just call me and I'll be here super fast.
Surprised Granny Smith didn't also pick at this film. He's got to race home and break up with his Cabbage Patch doll collection, because he's got a new girlfriend. But first, he has to gloat to his friends.
I saw the tits. I really did. Shit. Yeah? You guys want to go to the movies?
Well, they can't go see I Spit on Your Grave. Siskel and Ebert had it shut down. Fishing trip it is. He's practicing his mouth organ for when he's a guest on Craig Ferguson. Now let's find out just what these guys know about women.
Sometimes I look at these gorgeous looking chicks. I mean the ones that look like real knockouts. Sexy and all. And I wonder if they gotta take a shit too.
Not only do they take a shit, but it actually costs about $200 extra. Speaking of shit, it's very hard for me to take this graphic revenge movie seriously when one of our leads not only keeps talking like Woody Allen, but is shitting in the scene.
Don't yell at me, Stanley. I don't like when people yell at me for no reason at all.
I would never take a shit somewhere that it would allow someone like me to take a shit. Upon hearing that Matthew is a virgin, Jimmy Smits here wants to help him out.
Now, one day I'm gonna go to New York and fuck all the broads there. I'm gonna do the same in California. Why California? Sunset Strip is just swarmed. Chicks looking to get laid.
Yeah, he heard really good things from his friend Strip, who shacked up with a 40-year-old woman who turned out to be his long-lost sister. I don't know why I'm being snarky. This is totally how men talk.
There's only one Robert Redford. Did I say I want to be Robert Redford?
No, you're not Robert Redford, because I don't think the phrase, hey, remember when Robert Redford starred in that 1978 rape film, was ever spoken. Meanwhile, after taking a tour of the Amazon, Jennifer gets to work on her novel.
After weeks of self-doubt and much deliberation, she embarked on a temporary leave of absence.
I have no idea what any of that was about, but I'm assuming it was both shitty and probably had to do with vampires. That is, until these two clowns start interrupting her. He's praying that his friend ends up falling on his lap. She gets plenty distracted, but as long as she makes her story about two crackers in a boat, she should be fine. Smart move, switching to the typewriter. Hey, wait a minute. Is she plagiarizing this shit? I thought that book sounded a little like Dianetics. Forget that. Time for more distractions. The damn trees from Evil Dead are being a little less subtle this time out. This is the part where I normally play the Friday the 13th music, but I think the birds are beating me to it. It would make sense that I would play music from Friday the 13th, since some of the locations for this film were also used in Friday the 13th Part 2. Thanks, IMDb Trivia, because why would a cinema snob just know that off the top of his head? Sorry, I don't want to miss the conclusion of this scene. What was the point of that? Hey Johnny, I'll bet we could get this chick to come out of our house. Oh yeah? What do we do then? Why? Well then we leave, of course. Yes, your box of airheads are still in the drawer. Can we move on, please? Uh-oh. In the 70s, if it wasn't a shark or piranha sneaking up on you in the water, it was fucking Jerry Reed and Sheriff Pepper. What are they doing? Hey, idiots, that's not a catfish! I can't imagine why Roger Ebert didn't like this movie. Well, there's that. And there's the next 25 minutes of the movie. What am I supposed to say to this? This is a comedy show, after all. This is putting me in a very awkward position here. It's like I have two doors in front of me, and behind one door is George Carlin, and behind the other door is Daniel Tosh.
Craig! Hey, Craig! Ooh! Sorry, I didn't know you were shooting. Am I supposed to call you Vincent Dawn now?
Yes, I am shooting. Didn't you see the horse head on the door?
Oh, right. I always forget that's there.
How?
Craig, they got new Cool Ranch Dorito tacos at Taco Bell. I can finally stop putting Hidden Valley on my chalupas.
I wish I had your excitement about things, Neil.
Oh, what's wrong, buddy?
Actually, you could probably help me out with this. Okay, so it's the 200th episode, and the point is to make I Spit on Your Grave funny, which is a little hard to do considering that the movie has a near 25-minute rape scene.
You've done movies with rape in them before.
Nothing this long and intricate to the movie's plot.
Well, what did you do in the Caligula episode during the fisting scene?
I made fun of Caligula putting a flower in a guy's ass, and then, I don't know, I cut to an Angry Joe cameo or something.
How about legitimately reviewing the scene? You know, go after its merits, its highs, its lows. You know, actually address a lot of the criticisms of the scene.
No, I did that with the Cannibal Holocaust episode. People don't like it when I get serious.
What didn't people like about that?
Apparently, whether or not we should kill real animals on film is debatable.
Alright, well, what are your personal interpretations of I Spit on Your Grave?
Well, clearly the point of it is to make the viewers uncomfortable. It wants to be a rape revenge movie and really drive home why this woman goes through such extreme measures to get her revenge. And by doing that, the director definitely shows the scene in about as realistic a fashion as he can. There's no soundtrack playing other than the characters within the movie playing the harmonica, which kind of adds to the atmosphere. Almost nothing about it feels like you're watching a movie. It was one of the most raw sequences put on film at the time.
Okay. Well, here's what I think. I think if you're able to talk about Sharon Tate's death in the Helter Skelter murders, you should be able to talk seriously about I Spit on Your Grave.
Well, I didn't talk all serious about the Helter Skelter murders.
What do you mean?
Animal House ending.
You know you make me wanna shout, kick my heels up and shout, throw my hands up and shout, throw my head back and shout, come on now.
hell didn't you keep that?
Because I showed the scene to Nancy, and she acted more uncomfortable than when she walked in on me watching a Serbian film at the worst possible moment.
Newborn porn.
No, I had a hard-on during the nurse scene.
Shh, don't say that. You're gonna cause Phelis to want to take another shower.
It was unintentional. I watched it early in the morning.
I don't know what's worse, Craig. You having a hard-on during a Serbian film, or you waking up that day and deciding that that movie is how you were going to start your day? Alright, well, what about the negatives? You're good at coming up with negatives. Tell me everything that's wrong with the scene.
Other than it goes on far too long?
Well, like you said, though, it's meant to make the viewer uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable, yes, but I don't think it's supposed to be tedious.
Did you consider the 9-minute-long rape scene in Irreversible to be tedious?
No, that movie sold it a little more by having it be one continuous take.
But you did say there are good filmmaking qualities in I Spit on Your Grave.
There is, but that's almost forgotten by close-up shots of Woody Allen guy with frames missing out of his glasses. Suddenly the movie goes from disturbing to being the worst sex scene from Porky's possible.
Can't you go all uber snob on it, though? Retool what the critical response was and throw it back in their face?
Yeah, I did that with Maniac. I don't know if I want to do that so close after the Chainsaw Massacre episode, since both this and that would really go after what Ebert said about them. Although, who am I kidding? Of course I'm going to go after that.
Let me guess. It sucks because it's disturbing.
Disturbing, sick, reprehensible, vile, the usual.
All those qualities in a rape revenge movie? Why, I never. Why don't you just bring up Irreversible again? He liked that, didn't he?
Yeah. Maybe if I Spit on Your Grave were French and told backwards, he'd have a fonder appreciation of it.
Nah, he gave 3.5 stars The Last House on the Left. Apparently what I Spit on Your Grave needed were bumbling cops falling off of the back of a chicken truck.
Cobra Kai!
Wait. I think I got it, my friend.
What the hell are we doing here?
You need a comedy sketch, my friend.
What?
What better way to distract people from the seriousness of it? We do a comedy sketch based around the film's actions and themes.
Neil, that's the most tasteless thing I've heard since I made that Oscar Pistorius joke.
I figured you'd say that. That's why I called in some backup.
Hey, handsome.
Candy?
Craig, you remember Candy.
Yeah, of course I do. That's why I just said her name.
Candy will be in the scene too. It keeps it from being tasteless.
Damn it, Neil, it's still tasteless. I Spit on Your Grave also had a woman in the scene.
I'm not done working my magic yet, Kreskin. Get your coat.
Is there a reason you guys need to be here at 10 in the morning?
Rape scene.
What?
Who the hell else are you going to be waking up this early?
No one else. 2 guys, 2 girls. We are equal opportunity offenders.
I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be offended.
Not true. We're not chasing Nancy or Candy around in the park. We're chasing you.
Me?
It's your show. You're the star.
Yeah, which you seem to have taken over.
Nancy, brawl me.
I'm gonna need this back undamaged. These things sell on eBay for like $500.
Craig, don't you know the first rule about doing this kind of humor? If we chase Nancy or Candy around in the park, we'll get thrown off the internet. If we chase you, that's just dropping the soap, my friend. It's funny when it happens to a guy. Do you think people go up to Jodie Foster and start quoting lines from The Accused? Of course not. But I'm sure there are people lined up around the block waiting for an opportunity to tell a squeal like a pig joke to Ned Beatty.
I need to interject real quick. Why does Craig have to be the one that's being chased? Why can't it be you?
Me? Are you kidding me? Craig here is the one with the power hips.
I would also like to interject here. I mean, you keep going on and on about how it's not as offensive because it's happening to a guy, or it's okay because 2 of the attackers are female, but at the end of the day, this is a sketch written by you 2 guys. 2 dudes. I think everyone's gonna see through this little lampshade of yours.
Candy, what line would you like to say to Craig once you catch him?
I don't know.
Just anything that comes off the top of your head.
Quick, shove it inside of him. He's starting to crown.
Bam! Candy Silver, co-writer.
Ooh, I want to have one too.
What do you got?
Has Craig been lifting weights? Because I'm going to give his ass 500 pounds.
See, Craig? We're all co-writers now.
Ooh, I'm a writer. I'm going to win awards and shit.
You know, men do get raped, though. It probably isn't very funny to them.
Candy, it's not about that. It's about what society finds acceptable. And what's more important than what society finds acceptable is what the internet finds acceptable. We are making the most important sketch known to man.
You're a genius, baby.
Thanks, little darling.
Are you two dating? Hang on. Shh. I gotta take this.
Craig, it's Gene.
Hey man, what's up?
Yeah, I heard it's your 200th episode. Hey, listen, I need you to do me a favor. Business is running a little slow on my end, so I need you to plug my marshmallows as soon as you can. Our company's come out with a brand new flavor, chartreuse.
Chartreuse marshmallows? That's fucking disgusting.
It was gonna be absinthe, but we couldn't get that past the authorities.
Yeah, I'll do what I can, Gene.
What are you doing the 200th episode on?
I spit on your grave. It features no graves, nor does it feature people spitting on them.
Yeah, sounds great, Craig. Hey, don't forget that plug, my man.
Hey, Gene, do you think your company could pick up our Snob public domain month?
Whoa, hey, Craig, I think my phone is dying because I'm hanging up on you. Jeez.
Fucking dick.
Shame, shame, shame.
So, I have to stick a chartreuse marshmallow up your ass?
What? No, I'll figure out how to work that in later.
I am ready for this. I don't even have my strap on handy.
Alright, easy there, Maya Breckenridge. We can't have you running around the park with a rubber dong hanging out. Alright, we got Craig, any ideas?
The hell, you're stumped now? This whole thing was your idea.
Yeah, but it's your show. I provide the foreplay. You gotta provide the stamina for the big finish.
Yeah, come on, Craig. Splooge on our faces.
I think that's what we're supposed to do to him.
Okay, something that makes people forget the context of what we're doing. We got a park, rain, we got a lot of open space. You guys could chase me around, we could have fast motion, silly music.
Benny Hill theme?
That's the easiest thing for us to do, but because of that, it's also the most cliched thing we could do.
How about yakety sax?
It's the same thing.
Ever seen Yakety Sax set to scenes from Sallow? It made Sallow funny.
Now, the shit-eating grin made Sallow funny.
I once saw yakety sax over Triumph of the Will.
No Hitler shit. Dear God, if Hitler put the first bullet in his head, the internet put in the second.
Shenanigans made fascism funny, Craig. What can shenanigans do for I spit on your grave?
I got it.
Is it cliched?
Yeah.
Lay it on me, scat cat. Is it as cliched as yakety sax?
Not really.
Let's do it, my man.
The local rock group down the street is trying hard to learn their song. Serenade the weekend squire who just came out to mow his lawn. Another Pleasant Valley Sunday. Charcoal burning everywhere. Rows of houses that are all the same, and no one seems to care. So Mrs. Gray, she's proud today because the roses are in bloom. Mr. Green, he's so serene, he's got a TV in every room. Another Pleasant Valley Sunday. Here in Status Symbol Land, mothers complain about how hard life is, and the kids just don't understand. Creature comfort goes. They only know my soul, try to make it hard for me to see. My thoughts all seem to stray to places far away. I need a change of scenery.
Put it in him, I think he's starting to crowd. So, was that it?
Has Craig been lifting weights? Because I'm going to give his ass 500 pounds.
Another Pleasant Valley Sunday.
Got enough footage?
Yeah, I think so.
How in the hell have we been doing this for 6 years?
Because clearly introducing people to Nuki is what I was put on this earth to do.
Really? I thought it was to ride your 15 minutes of fame after you wasted that serial killer.
Tell me, Neil, just how successful was Black Angus? Wasn't that a thing? After what is arguably the longest rape scene filmed, Jennifer's attackers just leave. Yeah, no chance of you assholes getting caught.
Shit, man, wait a minute. We can't let her go. We just can't let her go. Go where?
Go where? What do you mean, go where? Like, to the movies? Ooh, we can't let her go see Bad News Bears Go to Japan, Matthew. We hear that's terrible. For some reason, ringleader Johnny forces Matthew, the most incompetent one in the group, to finish her off with a switchblade.
We should choose the lottery. Matthew, I don't have time to fuck around. Now, come on.
He doesn't have time for a lottery, but he has time to convince a mentally challenged man to kill somebody. Wait, why am I assuming that these idiots have logic? This reminds me of that episode of Gilligan's Island when Mr. Howell had Gilligan stab that prostitute made of coconuts. So Matthew goes inside, and instead of killing her, he wipes her blood off on the knife. And, you know, I'm not trying to give these guys advice in any way, shape, or form. Why do they just believe Matthew? They don't see him do it. They simply trust that he went through with it, and his only means of convincing them was to just show some blood on the knife. Hell, he could have put anything on that knife, and whatever is on that knife looks about as disgusting as chartreuse marshmallows. But again, why do I seem to be giving these jerk-off smarts that they don't have? I think it's obvious. She's left alive only so there could be a second half of the movie, where she kills off all of them. Because if there was no second half, this really would be the worst movie ever made. But rather well made for a guinea pig film. And don't worry, that's no spoiler. Look, the movie's poster outlines the entire plot of the film. This woman has just cut, chopped, broken, and burned 5 men beyond recognition. Wait, 5 men? 5? Where the fuck is the 5th guy? Hey Winston, there's only 4 fucking men in this film. Well, now I am as disgusted as Roger Ebert. Vile, depressing, yeah. But this movie can't even count. Oh, it's fucking on.
Another Pleasant Valley Sunday. Chocolate